Good day, everyone. Thank you. We are coming from ELIT teams. We want to share about our solutions in terms of Serenity. But first of all, we want to be thankful that we are able to participate in this ISCEA Global Case Competition itself. So, the story solution that we're going to give is about Serenity, which is a tale of two thieves, Arunika and Senja. But let me introduce our team members of ELIT. Our first team member is Pak Edward. Pak Edward is a master and celebrity in terms of supply chain. He's been around in the FMCG industry, not only for warehouse, but also for distributions. The next team members will be Pak Irawan. Pak Irawan is a super expert in terms of pharmaceutical supply chains that now not only understands the flow process and the needs of pharmaceuticals, but also the technology that can help the supply chain itself. Then Pak Tenaka. Pak Tenaka is the Shifu of supply chains, not only understanding retail supply chains, FMCG, but also has catering in the terms of 3PL. Then myself, I'm Lukas. I used to manage 3PLs in terms of multiple industry from chemicals to FMCG, but now I'm moving away to the supply chain infrastructure. So the rundown of our presentation will be the key informations about Serenity business models. Then it will continue with all the answer of all 5 questions that are given to us. Let me hand over the batons to Pak Irawan.
Yeah, thank you, Pak Lukas. So now it's my turn to share related to the Serenity business model. So basically, Serenity business model, they have two products. First, they have Arunika and also they have Senja. The difference is for Arunika is jasmine tea and Senja is the flavor tea. So in the slide, you can see that related the key information for the supply chain network. They have a lot of factory and also sales offices, and also they have kind of demand dynamic between the e-commerce and also the retailer, and some operational challenge there. And in this table also you can see that we try to break down a little bit more detail related to the Arunika and Senja. So in here that Arunika is quite good in terms of contribution of the revenue. So they have 70% of the total revenue coming from the Arunika, and the rest is coming from Senja. And also we break down a little bit more detail for Senja flavor in the table. As you can list, most of them is in the class A in terms of Pareto level, and only one article in the B and the other one is the C. And also related to the distribution network, basically for Serenity is quite complex. They have 5 kind of distribution network. So you see that some of them is direct and the other one is through the retailer or distributor. And yeah, related to the challenge, so first question, to compare the battle Arunika and also the Senja in terms of the challenges that they have in the managing of supply chain process. So we break down in the table. So you see that we compare between the Arunika and Senja. First, that related to the supply chain process. So basically for Arunika, they have kind of a process of the written logistic because they need to have the battle written to do the production. And for the Senja is based more or less the topic is related to the demand. So they have the volatility of demand. And with the key challenge for the Senja due to they need to return, they have a problem with potential shortage of the battle. So this is kind of the big challenge now in the Arunika. And for the Senja is related to demand volatility, especially for the e-commerce channel. And for the demand profile, basically for Arunika, they have a stable demand. So basically it's quite good. But for the Senja, yeah, volatility because the customer is mostly for the Gen Z. And the business impact for Arunika, they have kind of idle production, and also they have a risk of the loss of opportunity for the sales. And for the Senja, because also they have problem with the stock out, so they need to think how they can improve the fulfillment about this, especially related to the e-commerce channel. Yeah, this kind of and the last one is about the logistic challenge. So reverse logistic for sure that they need to improve, and for the Arunika and for the Senja the fulfillment. Yeah, and then so the first topic related the Arunika reverse logistic. This is just in a nutshell. Later on, my colleagues will explain more detail about this. First, we propose to have like a dedicated reverse logistic, whether this is can be internally or outsourced. And the second, the policy enhancements. They need to improve also the policy. So what we propose, they should have kind deposit-based scheme. This is also important to able to return the bottle more faster and efficient way. By this can also make it some incentive for the distributor or retailer. And also the penalty can be applied also for the specific channel that we see this kind of opportunity to improve to make it faster also the return. And the innovation also we think about it and we propose to have kind of QR code in the bottle or in the can. This is can help them to track and trace the bottle and also to managing the cycle time of the return of the bottle. Yeah, also related to the Senja demand volatility, so also in the nutshell, so basically the micro fulfillment hub can help them later on to speed up the replenishment process. And the other way also, they need to improve how the model of replenishment. So what we propose, they need to have kind of safety stock level that can prevent later on if there will be some spike demand in between. With the safety stock, they can help them to cover that situation. Yeah, and also the Senja volatility demand. So basically, yeah, they need to have kind of big data analysis and IT to support them with the real-time demand sensing that connected the data through the e-commerce in real time. By having this, later on they can have the situation. If there will be some spike demand with the real-time information, they can have time to prevent the situation and to take some necessary action to cover that. Yeah, that's all from my part. In this case, I will pass through to Pak Edward. Thank you.
Thank you, Pak Irawan. Should Serenity reduce the number of Senja variants to streamline the operation? Based our analysis, we don't recommend immediately reducing the number of Senja variants. Here's why. There is a potential sales to improve if all demands can be fulfilled. So, it's the best to first ensure the supply chain is capable to meeting the demand before making a decision to reduce the variety. And also we need to reconsider inventory consideration before reducing the SKU. We must consider the balance of raw materials and packaging materials for all Senja variants. To increase the SKU performance, we propose dynamic allocation, implement dynamic allocation, and establish safety stock. This can be supported by micro fulfillment hubs to replenish stock and serve as contingency method. Second, focus campaign. To ensure all Senja variants perform well, the company can set up targeted marketing campaigns and create bundles between hero SKU and the low performance SKU. Seasonal campaigns leverage e-commerce, exclusivity, and seasonal campaigns on existing variants. The strategic for managing the temporary demand increase. Solution for Arunika. Reverse logistic is the challenge. We can implement several strategies. One, by logistic optimization. The logistic optimization, the company can convert some forward logistic into backhaul delivery, where trucks can collect empty on the return trips. This also can help on the logistic cost and create a dedicated reverse logistic route. Second, policy strategy. We can introduce a deposit-based scheme where the retailers and distributor pay for small deposit for glass bottles, which this is reimbursed upon their returns. This makes faster the bottle returns. Also, the technology innovation. Implementing QR codes on the bottles can help monitor their life cycle and their return processes. Stock allocation, SNOP. Collaborate with other departments to ensure the right stock allocation based on the history market demand. Sell-in and sell-out monitoring to track accurate sales per market segmentation to ensure if certain retail or distributor would do excessive overstock. For Senja, to manage variability demand, we should focus on three areas. One is replenishment. We recommend setting up parameters for buffer stock for each market segment based on the history demand. Second, micro fulfillment hubs. This is to support urgent demand spikes. This hub will help to avoid stockouts by allowing a more localized and rapid response to orders. Third one, technology implementation. To make dashboard that capture demand sensing, function as alert to alert the team before the demand spikes occurs. SOP collaboration. This is the key. Collaboration across all departments to align the entire organization. Base stock calculation is to support our allocation strategy. We will use a base stock calculation. This simulation of variability, we propose to using base stock calculation, which considering demand and lead time variability. This model accounts for both demand and lead time, providing more accurate and robust foundation for setting our safety stock levels. Thank you. Next, we'll continue with my friend Pak Lukas.
Thank you, Pak Edward. Now we move on to question number 4, how we can balance retail success and e-commerce success. We always believe it should be a collaborative success, it shouldn't be a competitive success. So at the end of the day, we have a 3 proposed strategy to make it better, 3 plus 1 to be exact. So the number 1 would be a channel-specific SKU strategy. We don't believe that all SKU can be successful in both channels. There will be a specific SKU only can success in certain channel, it might be not super fantastically success in another channel. So we need to identify which one is which one. The other portions, timings. It shouldn't be a competition between a retailer and e-commerce. We need to tier them. So when one is, let's say, till week 1 and week 2, the other one is week 3 and week 4. So the other day is basically complementary between the timing of both channels. Collaborations. E-commerce will have a collaboration method that have different from retail. When you go e-commerce, you need to have a customer experience brand collaboration, such as a restaurant support. Then you can do a live selling. While a retailer, you need to have more mature brand that can have a bundle collaborations. At the end of the day, you need to have an innovations that's just a dashboard that can unify and see a full visibility between which channel can perform better and which channels that perform worse in that sense. Now, I'm moving away to question number 5 with our colleague, Pak Tenaka.
For the last part, for giving the proposal solution for Serenity, we have 3 strategic supply chain solutions. In order to summarize, already explained comprehensively by Pak Lukas, Pak Irawan, and Pak Edward. We divided 3 solutions into 3 aspects. First, technology. Second, planning. And the last part is logistic aspect. We will going deeply one by one for its strategic. First, we talk about tech-driven dashboard for end-to-end supply chain visibility. This strategy embraces technology to capitalize AI across supply chain in order to giving us a get smarter decision making, faster and lower total cost. In this strategy, we have 2 points. First, implement integrated demand sensing and fulfillment replenishment system by enabling technologies to give us taking quick action to execute the plan and make continuous adjustment such as dynamic routing and inventory management. Second part, unified omni-channel, offline, online, omni-channel dashboard to maintain all the e-commerce stock in one source, such as giving us inventory visibility across stock points. For the second strategy, we have planning, what we call it a collaborative synchronized planning through sales and operation planning. In this strategy, implementing top-down and bottom-up rolling forecast across department to focus one goal to customer demand, to understanding challenges including target ownership throughout the whole organization. In this planning aspect, we have 4 points. First, focuses on the people and organizational alignment. Second part, compliance through policy. Third part is a logistic network. Last part is embrace technology. The important one is the focusing on people and organizational alignment, which is to change the silo to seamless thinking, to reorganize people, integrate people, to focus to one goal of the company, focus to customer demand. It is more important one to gather the solution of fulfilling order to the market demand. And the third strategy, the last one, is implementing lean and agile hybrid distribution model. This modeling to optimize based on data gathered for the Serenity can be able to leverage quantitative models to improve its distribution model. In this strategy, we have 2 parts. First part is this model to determine the optimal hybrid network design, hub and spoke system to maximize forward and reverse logistics to its distribution center across stock points. And the second part is implementing the hybrid push-pull system, which combination of push system resulted of top-down, bottom-up rolling forecast from the factory to push the result of the production to the distribution center. And the pull system is resulted from the distribution demand-driven, which can help the company implement the agile supply chain prioritization on flexibility and responsiveness to give a quick action, quick response to fulfill customer demand with a pull-based approach between retail and e-commerce. That's all what become our 3 solution of supply chain strategic solution to boost the Serenity going better. Thank you.